What is going on the Roger Report, fam? Get ready for a whirlwind of headlines that you do not want to miss. First up, we're diving into the incredible story of Shaquille O'Neal and a group of kids playing basketball. This wasn't just any game, folks. It turned into a legendary moment that brought joy and a powerful life lesson to a whole neighborhood. Then, we're switching gears to the hardwood, where NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is back in the spotlight, this time with some fiery remarks directed at Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid. Shaq's opinions are always strong, and this latest commentary is no exception. And finally, we'll break down Shaquille O'Neal's latest statements about Joel Embiid, exploring what this means for the Sixers star and the ongoing narrative in the NBA. You won't want to miss any of this. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get into it. Get ready for an unbelievable tale of how a simple noise complaint turned into the pickup game of a lifetime, all thanks to NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. It all started when a resident called the police on kids playing basketball in the street. But instead of a reprimand, Officer Bobby White surprised everyone by joining the game. The video of this heartwarming interaction went viral, catching the eye of Shaq himself. He showed up at the police department, ready for a rematch, and then drove with Officer White back to the neighborhood. When Shaq stepped out of the squad car, the kids were absolutely stunned. He didn't just play with them. He offered a $100 free throw contest for every shot made, handed out signed basketballs, and posed for photos. Before leaving, Shaq imparted some wisdom, telling the kids, "I will become whatever I want to be. I will be a leader and not a follower. I will respect my peers and my elders, and especially my parents." This incredible act of kindness and mentorship has resonated globally, reminding us all of the power of small acts of joy and positive reinforcement. The moment was captured by ABC News, highlighting the positive contrast with other encounters between police and young people. It's a story of community, joy, and a legendary athlete making a real difference. Don't go anywhere, because what Shaq is saying about Joel Embiid next is sure to set the NBA world ablaze. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal is once again making headlines, this time for his continued, and perhaps intensified, critique of Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid. While Shaq often frames his commentary as tough love, aimed at toughening up modern big men, his recent remarks suggest a level of frustration that's hard to ignore. When asked about who he'd be tough on in today's NBA, Shaq notably excluded Nikola Jokic, calling him the best in the league and a champion who knows what it takes. He also mentioned Victor Wembanyama as being in his baby era. However, when it came to Joel Embiid, Shaq stated, "I try to be tough on Joel Embiid, but apparently he can't take it, so I'll probably have to delete him from my program." This strong statement comes despite Embiid's MVP award and his status as one of the league's premier centers when healthy. Many fans and analysts find Shaq's persistent criticism of Embiid, especially regarding his toughness and ability to handle pressure, to be unwarranted, particularly given Embiid's consistent efforts to elevate his teams amidst injuries and front office changes. But is Shaq just trying to motivate, or is there more to this story? We'll break down his latest comments in full detail next. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal has reignited the debate surrounding Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid with his latest pointed remarks. While O'Neal has a history of offering what he calls tough love to fellow big men, his recent comments suggest a personal frustration with Embiid's perceived inability to handle criticism. In a recent Q&A, Shaq was asked about contemporary NBA centers, and while he praised Nikola Jokic and described Victor Wembanyama as being in his early stages, he specifically targeted Embiid. "I try to be tough on Joel Embiid, but apparently he can't take it," O'Neal stated, even going as far as to say he might delete him from my program. This commentary has drawn considerable attention, especially considering Embiid's MVP award and his standing as a dominant force in the league when healthy. Critics argue that Shaq's relentless focus on Embiid's mental fortitude overlooks the significant challenges the Sixers star has faced, including constant injuries and team instability. The narrative of Embiid's softness, amplified by media figures like O'Neal, continues to be a point of contention for many fans hoping to see the star silenced his detractors with a deep playoff run. We've heard Shaq's strong words, but what's the real story behind his assessment of Joel Embiid? We're diving deeper into O'Neal's latest statement right after this. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal has once again weighed in on Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid, making a strong statement about his willingness to engage with the center. In a recent Q&A session with Hoops Hype, O'Neal discussed his approach to tough love with current NBA big men. He differentiated between players like Nikola Jokic, whom he considers the best and already accomplished, and Victor Wembanyama, who is in his early career. However, when the topic turned to Joel Embiid, Shaq expressed a distinct level of exasperation. "I try to be tough on Joel Embiid, but apparently he can't take it," O'Neal admitted, adding, "So I'll probably have to delete him from my program." This declaration comes at a time when Embiid, an MVP winner, is looking to overcome injury setbacks and lead the Sixers deep into the playoffs. While O'Neal's critiques often aim to foster resilience, his direct comments about Embiid's capacity to receive criticism have sparked debate among fans and analysts, many of whom believe Embiid has proven his toughness on the court despite his team's postseason shortcomings. That's a wrap on today's top stories, but don't go anywhere. We've got a quick recap and your call to action coming up. And that's a wrap on today's hottest takes. We saw Shaquille O'Neal turn a noise complaint into a legendary basketball game, heard Shaq drop some serious heat on Joel Embiid, and analyzed his latest statement on the Sixers star. What a show! If you loved this episode, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the Roger Report for more exclusive content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts and follow us on all social platforms. We'll see you in the next one.